I am going to talk a little bit about the minimum wage. First of all, I hate the fact that we have to call it a minimum wage. I would rather call it a living wage. Imagine going to work and you're making $15 an hour, getting full medical benefits, and you have a union that fights for you. We don't have to imagine it. We have to fight for it. I've advocated for lifting the floor called a minimum wage, which simply says, I'd pay you less, but it's illegal. It's also something we need to advocate for farm workers too, because the labor and farm movement are tied together with a fine thread that must not be severed. I've recently thought about arguments regarding the minimum wage hike and what people have said, and you'll hear a lot of people saying it'll hurt businesses. But if they can afford to pay $15 an hour, and they also pay way more to CEOs who get taxpayer subsidies to fund part of it. Not only that, but we already pay for Walmart workers Medicaid, food stamps, and other social programs. Now, Walmart is a multi-billion-dollar-a-year operation. It is foolishness to believe that they can't afford it or are under attack because of being demanded to pay their employees more. After all, workers are the backbone of our economy, and unfortunately, very unfortunately, those are the bulk of the workers out there. Low-wage workers who most often don't have any benefits and may work while sick because there is no sick time or personal days. There's no paid time off, and employers treat it as if it is a luxury. I feel it should be mandated as well as vacation time. France has 5 weeks mandated time, and we are probably the only one of developed countries that do not have mandated vacation time for all workers. We work too hard and don't rest enough, and that is what is ballooning the health crisis, along with many other factors. Lifting the minimum wage to a living wage is part of the American dream. I don't feel that this is a country where we should have a working poor that is food insecure because the bills are too damn high. Can't pay for this, or we can't feed the kids. Oh, don't want to go to school right now because I can't pay them or I can't feed them in 2 years. It is common knowledge to all but the Koch brothers and the ilk that the more money people have, the more they will spend. The more money they'll pump into the economy. It is the consumer, the worker, that buys everything they need every month that creates jobs. Millionaires and billionaires cannot possibly buy enough, and often enough, to stimulate the economy. It was voodoo economics when Reagan proposed it, and it is still voodoo economics now. Lift the floor, lower the ceiling, do what you have to do. But we have to make a living wage necessary. Americans are working harder than ever for peanuts, and we know that there are people who will be moochers no matter what. You know, like Walmart, Boeing, and Big Oil. American workers are entitled, yes, payments to be honored over time to a living wage. It is a earned benefit. And speaking of benefits, we need benefits, and they're shot at the American dream. Workers put too much into this dream to come up short every single month. They put too much in for out-of-touch politicians to say that they think it'll hurt businesses. Without us, the wheels don't turn or even get the grease. Who's going to check you out at the register? Who's going to refund your money and give you gift certificates for your next purchase? Who's going to take your order at McDonald's? Who's going to corral the carts so they don't ding your car? If that person won't be you, then you need to think about who it is. We are too great of a nation to let our workers wallow in a low-wage revolving door. Thank you.